Class 7. Now we come to the angle sum property of a triangle. It's a remarkable property of triangles that the total of all the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So you can see it practically. You draw a triangle and cut on the three angles and rearrange them as shown in the figure. तीनों एंगल्स को आप कट कर लें. जैसे ये 2 को कट कर लिया है आपने और 3 को कट कर लिया और 1 को इस शेप में कट कर लीजिए. तो और फिर उनको अरेंज करेंगे तो वो एक सिंगल लाइन में आ जाएंगे. और आपको पता है लीनियर पेयर में तीनों बना लेंगे तो 180 डिग्री हो जाएगा उनका टोटल. तो इसी तरह जो है अलग तरह से भी आप दे सकते हैं. एक ही तरह के 3 ट्रायंगल्स कट आउट कर लीजिए और इनके एंगल्स इस तरह नंबर कर लीजिए 1, 2 एंड 3. उसके बाद आप इनको इस तरह अरेंज करिए कि वो एक सीधी लाइन में, जैसे अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस फिगर. पहला तो ऐसे रख लीजिए 1, 2, 3 और दूसरे का जो एंगल 1 है उसको इस तरह उल्टा करके रखिए और उसको अटैच कर दिया एंगल 2 से. तो फिर भी आप क्या देखेंगे कि ये जो एंगल 1, 2 और 3 का सम जो है वो 180 डिग्री है. अब जो है आप एक पीस ऑफ पेपर ले लीजिए, उसमें आप एक ट्रायंगल कट कर लीजिए ABC. अब उसमें एल्टीट्यूड ड्रा करिए AM. आप जानते हैं ना एल्टीट्यूड क्या होता है? वर्टेक्स से अपोजिट साइड पे बना हुआ एक परपेंडिकुलर लाइन होती है. उसके बाद जो है आप now you fold the three corners such that all the three vertices A, B and C touch M. M पे तीनों को फोल्ड कर लीजिए. तो आप क्या देखेंगे कि एक स्ट्रेट लाइन बन गई है. इसका मतलब है कि एंगल A, B and C they all of them form a linear pair that is 180 डिग्री. तो आप अपने आप भी क्या कर सकते हैं, प्रोट्रैक्टर से मेजर कर सकते हैं तीनों एंगल्स को. आपको पता है ना प्रोट्रैक्टर से आप किस तरह मेजर करते हैं, या D जिसको बोलते हैं. तो उससे अगर आप मेजर करें तीनों एंगल्स को तो आप देखेंगे. अब जैसे ये एक ट्रायंगल है, इसका ये जो एंगल है दिस इज़ द फर्स्ट एंगल इज़ 40 डिग्री एंड दिस एंगल इज़ again this is 40 degree and this other angle, the third angle is, let's see how much is this. This is 50 degree, sorry 60, right? So 40 plus 40 plus 60, how much is it? 80 plus 60 is 140. No, so I have measured somewhere. I measured it incorrectly. So this is 40 and this is 70 actually. 40 plus 70 plus and this is 40 plus 70 plus 80. How much will it be? So I am measuring somewhere incorrectly. So the measure will come out to be 180 for any triangle if you measure it. So here the total of all the three angles is equal to 180 degree, right? If there is an error, then there is somewhere you have done you have measured incorrectly. Now suppose we have got this triangle, we make an exterior angle. Angle 4 is the exterior angle. So now name the other three angles as 1, 2 and 3. So now how will you justify this statement that the measure of all the three angles is 180? You know that angle 4 will be equal to angle 1 plus angle 2 and angle 1 add angle 3 on both the sides, right? So what will you get? Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to angle 4 plus angle 3. And now angle 4 and 3 they form a linear pair, so it is 180. Therefore, angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180. So that's how you have proved by exterior angle property that the sum of all the three angles of a triangle is 180. So you can use this property in a number of ways. For example, now you have got this triangle PQR in which two angles are given. So you can easily find the third angle. Add these two and subtract it from 180. So on the basis of this exercise 6.3 is there. So suppose you have got this triangle, you have to find the value of x. So you can always add 50 plus 60 and that will be 110. So you can do it mentally also. It will be 70 degree. Similarly, this is 90 plus 30, 120. 180 minus 120 is equal to 60. Here x is 60. In the same way, yeah, here also. So you can do this exercise easily, right? So in the first one, x is equal to, how much was it? Okay, this one. So anyway, you can do this exercise yourself. If there is a doubt, you can clear it. Here 2x plus 50 is equal to 2x plus 50 is equal to 180. So 2x will be equal to 180 minus 50, that is equal to 130. 2x is equal to 130. X will be equal to 6 is 12 and 165 degree. Now here all the three angles are equal. So 3x is equal to 180. So x is equal to 180 upon 3, 60 degree. So that means this is an equilateral triangle. You will learn that all the angles of an equilateral triangle are equal and the sides are also equal. So here, as you can see, that you can come to the conclusion that for an equilateral triangle, each angle is of 60 degree. Here, as you can see, that this angle is 90 degree and the other angle is 2x. So this is equal to 180 degree. So 2x is equal to 180 minus 90. 2x is equal to you will get here 0 and 9. So you will get 90 degree. X is equal to 45 degree, like this. Now question number 2, you have to find out the angle y. So as you can see, y is equal to 60 degree. How? Because this angle is 120. 180 minus 120 is equal to 60 degree. So you have to find x also. So how will you, when you have found out y, this angle you know. So 180 minus x plus y will be 50 plus 60. So that will be 180 minus 110 is equal to 70 degree. Now this angle was 80 degree. Y was vertically opposite to it. So y also is 80 degree and x will be equal to 80 minus 50 plus 80 is equal to 50 degree, right? Now here y is equal to, now you have got two angles and you have to find out y. So 180 minus 50 plus 60 is equal to 70 degree. So this y is 70 degree. So x will be 180 minus 70 is equal to 110 degree. So that's how you find out all the angles of a triangle. Now we come to question number 4. So here, as you can see, this angle is 60 degree and angle x is vertically opposite to it, so it is 60 degree. Y you can find out by subtracting from 180. 180 minus 30 plus 60 is equal to 9. You solve it, you will get it 90 degree. Y is equal to 90 degree. Here, in this question number 5, the figure 5. Here, as you can see, the angle y is vertically opposite to angle 90, so it is 90 degree. So you can find out x value of x. 90 plus 2x is equal to 180. 2x is equal to 90, so x is equal to 45 degree. Now in this figure, here this is x, so the vertically opposite angle will be equal to x, and here also x is the angle and vertically opposite to it is y, so therefore x is equal to y. So here that means all the three angles, here x is vertically opposite to this angle, so this angle is also x, so that means 3x is equal to 180, so x is equal to 60. Now two angles of a triangle are 30 and 80. Find the third angle. Just add 30 and 80 and subtract it from 180, you will get 70 degree. One of the angles of a triangle is 80 degree and the other two angles are equal. Find the measure of each of the equal angles. So 2x plus 80 is equal to 180, or 2x is equal to 100, so x is equal to 50. The three angles of a triangle are in the ratio 1 to 1, 1 raised to 2 raised to 1. Find all the angles of the triangles. Classify the triangle in two different ways. So that means if you take one angle is x, the other will be 2x, and the third also is x. So you get 2 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 4x is equal to 180. So x is equal to 45 degree. So that means if x is 45, so 2x is 90 degree. So therefore it's a right angle triangle and two sides are equal. If two angles are equal, that means two sides are also equal, so it is also an isosceles triangle. Can you have a triangle with two right angles? No, because 90 plus 90 will be 180. Where will the third angle go? Can you have a triangle with two obtuse angles more than 90 degree? No. Can you have a triangle with two acute angles? Yes. Like a right angle triangle. So it has two angles at 45 degree, which are acute angles. Can you have a triangle with all the three angles greater than 60? No, because 60 is a 180, and if one is greater than 60, then that will not follow the angle sum property. Can you have a triangle with all the three angles equal to 60? Yes, in a equilateral triangle. Can you have a triangle with all the three sides less than 60? If they are less than 60, then the total won't come out to be 180. So therefore this is also not possible. Now two special triangles, equilateral and isosceles. All the three sides are equal, it's an equilateral triangle, and if two sides are equal, then it's an isosceles triangle. If you cut two triangles of which are exactly similar and place one over another, that means the two are exactly similar. So you will also find that if the three sides are equal, the angles are also equal. So remember this, for an equilateral triangle, if the three sides are equal, the three angles are also equal. And for an isosceles triangle, what happens is two sides are equal. Cut out an isosceles triangle and you will find that xy is equal to xz, because two sides you have taken as equal. Fold them and that in such a way that z is lies on y, and बीच में से फोल्ड कर दीजिए तो z जो है y के ऊपर आ जाए. ठीक है. अब ये जो लाइन xm जो है इस अनदर एक्सिस ऑफ सिमेट्री. व्हाट इज सिमेट्री? अगर कोई भी फिगर को आप दो बिल्कुल एग्जैक्टली इक्वल हाफ्स में डिवाइड कर सकें, और जिससे कि अगर एक को दूसरे पे हम सुपरपोज कर दें तो वो बिल्कुल दूसरे को छुपा ले, एग्जैक्टली सिमिलर हों, तो वो लाइन ऑफ सिमेट्री कहलाती है, विच कट्स अ फिगर इनटू एग्जैक्टली सिमिलर हाफ्स. उसको आप पढ़ेंगे अभी और जानेंगे. तो x और y, they are fitting each other exactly. So that means these two sides are equal sides, and yz is the base. This yz is a base, and y and z are base angles, and we find that they are also equal. So isosceles triangle में क्या हो रहा है? Two sides are equal. The base angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. So these two are equal sides, and the base angle opposite to this side is this, and this angle is opposite to this side, and they both are equal. So this, remember this also. Now find angle x in each figure. Now these two sides are equal, and these should be equal, so this is 40 degree. You need not go for the angle sum property here, because these two lines indicate that these two sides are equal, so therefore their angles are also equal. Now here these two sides are equal, so the angles, these are opposite to them, so if this is 45, so this is also 45. You need not go into any kind of calculation. Then in this figure also, these two sides are equal. This side is 50 degree, so the other side is also 50 degree. Now in part 4, see that these two sides are equal. This angle is 100, so therefore these two angles will be equal. Take them as x and x, so you will get 100 plus 2x is equal to 180, so x will be equal to 40 degree. Now question number 5, see that these two sides are equal, and these two angles will be equal. This is 90 degree, 2x plus 90 is equal to 180, so x is equal to 45 degree. Now in this figure 6th, these two sides are equal, these two angles are equal, x and x. Now this angle is 40 degree, so 2x plus 40 is equal to 180, so x is equal to 90 degree. Right? Oh sorry, 70 degree. 2x is equal to 140, x is equal to 70 degree. Now question number 7 part, see. These two sides are equal, so therefore these two angles will be equal. Now this is 120, so you have to find out x, so naturally 180 minus 120 will be equal to 60 degree. This is 60 and this is 60, x will be 60 degree. Now here these two sides are equal, so therefore these two angles are equal. This is 110, so this will be 70 degree. So 2x plus 70 is equal to 180, x is equal to 55 degree. Now in this last figure, 9th question, they have given this a vertically opposite angle of one of the angles, which is 30. So this angle is 30. These two sides are equal. If this is 30, this will be also 30. So x will be 30. And what will be y? You haven't got to find out y actually. You can find it also. So when you do any question, please see that what facts are given and what are you asked. Because you are giving an exam of 3 hours and you don't have even a single minute to waste. So therefore, answer that which is asked. Not about, see, you might be knowing some other thing, but then if it is not asked, don't write. Now to find angles x and y in each figure. Now here you have to find angle x as well as angle y. So now you have got this figure in which two sides are equal. If this is y, then this is also y. So 120, this angle is 120. So 180 minus 120 will be equal to how much? This will be 60 degree. So y is 60 degree. So you have got 60 plus 60, 180 minus 120. That will be equal to 60 degree. So x will be 60 degree and y also is 60 degree. Alright. Here you can find out y. You can do it yourself by subtracting 120 from 180. Now in this second figure, these two sides are equal. If this is x, then this will be also x, right? So this is 90 degree. You have to find out x. So 2x plus 90 is equal to 180. 2x is equal to 90, 180 minus 90, 90, x will be equal to 45 degree. So if x is 45, y will be 180 minus 45 is equal to 135. Alright. Now in this last question, these two sides are equal. If this is x, then this will be also x. Now this 92 degree is vertically opposite to this angle. So this angle is 92. So now you have got an equation that 2x plus 92 is equal to 180. And 2x minus 180 is equal to 180 minus 92. 2x is equal to 88. So x will be 44 degree. Now x is 44 degree. So how much will be y? 180 minus 44. That will be 136 degree. This will be the answer. Now sum of the lengths of two sides of a triangle. So if you have to find out the sum of the two sides of a triangle, how will you do it? That if you find the sum of two sides of a triangle, you will find that the length of the third side is always shorter than them. Right? So if you make three non-collinear spots A, B and C in your playground में आप देखिए, आप सपोज करिए आपने ये 3 पॉइंट्स ले लिए, इन तीनों को आपने कनेक्ट कर दिया, जोड़ दिया. अब आप अपने एक फ्रेंड से कहिए कि ए से सी तक जाए, तो वो दो तरह से जा सकता है. पहले ए से बी तक जाएगा, फिर बी से सी तक जाएगा, या फिर वो जो है तो क्या होगा, डायरेक्ट चला जाए ए से सी तक. तो आपको दिख ही रहा है कि ए सी जो है वो शॉर्टर लेंथ है रादर देन ए बी प्लस बी सी. So that's what happens in a triangle. The sum of the two sides is always greater than the third side. So this is one point which you can remember, that the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. In the same way, if you are asked to go from A to B, if you go from A to C and C to B, in this length you'll have to travel more than if you go directly from A to B. That is a shortcut here, but the road should be good to go. Otherwise, people do take a D route, because if the road is good, they will always prefer that rather than taking a shortcut which is bumpy and kacha road or whatever. So you can confirm this in other ways also. In several ways you can find out. Measure the two sides and add them and find out the measure of the third side. You will find that the sum of the two sides is greater than the third side. So in all this you will find the answer as yes. So this also is a property which you must remember. Is there a triangle whose sides have lengths 10.2, 5.8 and 4.5? If you find the sum of two sides greater than the third side, then it is possible. If the lengths of two sides of a triangle are 6 and 8 centimeter, between which two numbers can length of the third side fall? So if you add them, both of them, the sum should be greater than AC. So suppose you add 6 plus 8, it comes out to be 14. So therefore the third side should be less than 14. And you can also find out the difference of these two sides. 8 minus 6 is equal to 2 centimeter. So the length of the third side should be greater than 2. This is another property. Two sides, the sum उसका निकालिए तो थर्ड साइड उस सम से ज़्यादा हो सकती है, लेकिन उनके डिफरेंस से जो भी आ रहा है तो सॉरी उससे कम होनी चाहिए, सम से तो कम होनी चाहिए, और जो उनका डिफरेंस है उससे थोड़ा ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए. Now we come to exercise 6.4. is it possible to have a triangle with the following sides? 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. तो तीसरी साइड जो है 5 से ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए, तो this is not possible. 3 plus 6 plus 7 centimeter, and 6 plus 3 is equal to 9, which is greater than 7, so this is possible. And here 6 plus 3 plus 2 centimeter, so 6 plus 3 is 9, and third side should be less than 9, so it is possible. We'll check it out, this question again, because greater than 2, 6 minus 3 is equal to 3, so 2 centimeter is less than 3. So please check out this question again. Now take any point O in the interior of a triangle PQR. Here we have taken this point O. Now is OP plus OQ greater than PQ? Yes. Is OQ plus OR greater than QR? Yes. Is OR plus OP greater than RP? Yes. Now we come to the third question. AM is a median of a triangle AB. You know the median? From the vertex we draw a line on the base in such a way that it cuts the base in two equal halves. That is the median. So here, as you can see, that is in this triangle BM is equal to MC. They have shown it also. AM is the median. Now is AB plus BC plus CA greater than twice AM? You have to prove this. Now let us prove it. Now using the triangle inequality property, in triangle ABM, let's take this triangle first. ABM. AB plus BM. Now this property where the sum of two sides is always greater than the third side is known as triangle inequality property. Remember this. So in this triangle ABM, AB plus BM is greater than AM, and in triangle AMC, AC plus CM is greater than AM. So now we add them like AB plus BM plus CM plus AC. These two equations I'll give you in a more clear manner. Here I am just making you understand this. So that will be equal to twice AM, right? Twice AM. Because you have added both the equations. Now what is BM plus MC? This is equal to BC. So instead of BM and or MC, you can write AB plus BC plus AC, and that is greater than twice AM. That's what you had to prove, and you have proved it. Please, if you are not able to understand and the first time, please repeat again and again until you understand. If you are not able to understand, even then come to the school and you can understand it, single student at a time. Last question is, the fourth question is ABCD is a quadrilateral. You know what is a quadrilateral? Quadri means four, lateral means sides. A closed figure with four sides. What they are asking is AB plus BC plus CD plus DA, all the four sides, sum of the four sides is greater than AC plus BD, the diagonals, the sum of the diagonals. So let's see. Yes. So first of all, we'll take triangle ABC. This triangle. This one. ABC. AB plus BC is greater than AC. And in triangle ADC, AD plus CD is greater than AC. And in triangle ABD, ABD, this triangle, third triangle, AB plus AD is greater than BD. And lastly, in this triangle, say CBD, BC plus CD is greater than BD. Alright. So now we add all these four equations. Then what will you find out? You will get this equation like AB plus BC plus AD plus CD plus AB plus AD plus BC plus CD. So you will find that if you take 2 outside, then AB comes twice, BC comes twice, and CD comes twice, and AD also comes twice. So you take 2 outside, and here AC plus AD, you get twice AC plus twice BD. So you take 2 common outside, so you get twice AC plus BD. Remove 2 from both the sides, you will get this equation. AB plus BC plus CD plus AD is greater than AC plus BD. So which you have proved. Now let's see question number 5. Now they say that ABCD is a quadrilateral. AB plus BC plus CD plus DA, is it less than twice of AC plus BD in a quadrilateral? Now in the same triangle, see that here you take OAB first. So in OAB, what's happening? OA plus OB is greater than AB. Now in triangle BOC, this small triangle, BOC, take this triangle, and similarly you take angle COD and angle AOD, this small triangle. We have taken all the 4 triangles, 1, 2, 3 and 4. You can draw a separate quadrilateral also. So you will take them and you will find that OB plus OC is greater than BC, and OC plus OD is greater than DC, and OD plus OA is greater than DA. You will get this equation when you combine all of them. Twice OA plus OB plus OC plus OD is greater than twice OA plus OC plus twice OB plus OD. Right here, so you get that will be equal to twice AC plus BD. Inside you will get twice AC plus BD, and AB plus BC, that will be equal to AB plus BC plus CD plus DA. So what you had to prove was AB plus BC plus DC plus DA is less than twice AC plus BD. Alright. So that's how we have proved it. I'll again prove it for you if it's not being very clear. So now we come to the right angled triangles and Pythagoras theorem. So what is Pythagoras theorem? It states that if you have a right triangle, then with sides say A, B and C, then the A square plus B square is equal to C square. Now, one question of this previous exercise is left off, 6.4. Here you can conclude that if AB twice AC plus BD is greater than AB plus BC plus CD plus DA, then you can onwards conclude that AB plus BC plus CD plus DA is less than twice AC plus BD. Right. Now we come to question number 6. The lengths of two sides of a triangle are 12 centimeter and 15 centimeter. Between what two measures should the length of the third side fall? So 12 plus 15. Find out how much is this, 27. So the third side should be less than the sum of the two. That means less than 27. And should be more than 3, because 15 minus 12 is equal to 3. So now suppose you have a right angle triangle, so which is right angled at point B. So you must know that for this there are different names for a right angle triangle. Sides opposite to the right angle, the side which is opposite to the right angle triangle is known as the hypotenuse, and the two sides which are forming this right angle are called the legs of the right angle triangle. Okay, so remember this. Now suppose you how to prove this, that AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. How will you prove it, right? So you take a square and join the midpoints of all the four sides. You get an inner square, and take out four triangles and place them in one square, and the remaining four triangles you make two identical squares, and the lengths with sides of lengths B plus C. Alright, and now you have cut out four triangles in the other square as shown in the figure. 1, 2, 3 and 4. That means each sides will be B and C of this rectangle, and here also B and C of this rectangle. Now place all of them in the squares here. So what you will see, that means The squares are identical. The 8 triangles inserted are also identical. These squares are identical and the triangles are also identical. So therefore the uncovered area of square A will be equal to the uncovered area of square B. इसका मतलब ये जो अनकवर्ड एरिया है ये इस टोटल अनकवर्ड एरिया के बराबर है. ठीक है. तो उनकी साइड्स देखते हैं कौन कौन सी हैं जो अनकवर्ड एरियाज हैं. तो आप ये देखिए इसका जो एरिया है वो तो आपको पता है ना, स्क्वायर का एरिया साइड का स्क्वायर होता है. तो इस वाले स्क्वायर का एरिया हो गया ए स्क्वायर और इस वाले स्क्वायर का हो गया सी स्क्वायर और इसका हो गया बी स्क्वायर और ये दोनों बराबर हैं. तो ए स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू बी स्क्वायर प्लस सी स्क्वायर. दैट यू हैव a square is equal to b square plus c square. So that's how you have proved practically. तो आपको क्या करना है, आपको make 8 identical copies of a right angle triangle of any size you prefer. आप इसकी 8 copies बनाइए और उसकी हाइपोटेन्यूज a है और उसके जो लेग्स हैं वो बी और सी हैं और जो है आप एक से स्क्वायर्स बनाइए जिनकी साइड जो हैं वो सी प्लस बी हों, यानी इस लेंथ के और इस लेंथ के बराबर हों, दोनों को ऐड करके जो भी आ रही है. उसके बाद आप क्या करें, 4 ट्रायंगल्स को एक स्क्वायर में लगा दें और 4 ट्रायंगल्स जो बचते हैं उनको दूसरे ट्रायंगल्स में इस तरह से लगा दें. तब आप ये प्रूव कर सकते हैं जो अनकवर्ड एरियाज़ हैं. अब ये चारों ट्रायंगल्स सब बराबर हैं, एक से हैं, तो जो बचता है एरिया वो अनकवर्ड वो भी बराबर होगा. तब आपने प्रूव कर दिया कि ए स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू बी स्क्वायर प्लस सी स्क्वायर. दिस इज पाइथागोरस थ्योरम. अब आप इसको और भी प्रूव कर सकते हैं. आप एक राइट ट्रायंगल बनाइए एक स्क्वायर शीट पे और उसके साइड्स पे जो है आप स्क्वायर्स बना दीजिए. इनका आप एरिया अगर कंप्यूट करेंगे तो ये जो है ए एरिया का स्क्वायर हो जाए, ए का स्क्वायर हो जाएगा ए साइड का, ये बी साइड का स्क्वायर, ये सी साइड का स्क्वायर. तो अब आप क्या देखेंगे, वेरीफाई करिए इसको, क्या बी स्क्वायर प्लस सी स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू ए स्क्वायर. तो आप देखेंगे ऐसा ही है. और अगर नहीं है ऐसा तो इसका मतलब ट्रायंगल जो है वो राइट एंगल्ड नहीं है. इसका इन्वर्स भी हो गया. तो इसका मतलब है if the Pythagoras property holds then the triangle must be right angled. अगर नहीं आ रहा है ऐसा, ये जो फॉलो नहीं हो पा रहा, कंफर्म नहीं हो पा रहा, तो इसका मतलब एंगल राइट एंगल्ड नहीं है. You can determine whether an angle is right angled or not. Now you have to determine whether the triangle whose lengths of sides are 3, 4 and 5 centimeter is a right angled triangle. Find out 3 ka square, and remember that hypotenuse is always the longest side. So here if it is 5 centimeter, that means 5 centimeter is the hypotenuse. Therefore 3 square plus 4 square should be equal to 5 square. Is it? 9 plus 16 is equal to, yes, so it is a right angle triangle. So note that in a right angle triangle hypotenuse happens to be the longest side. So 5 is the hypotenuse. Now example 6. in triangle ABC is right angled at C. It's already, they are already saying it's right angle. AC is 5 and BC is 12 centimeter. So what will be the length of AB? 5 square plus 12 square is equal to 169. So find out the square root of 169 to find out the third side. So how do you find out the square root? You know the prime factorization. So here 169 can be divided by 13 and you get 13. If you get two as same numbers, then it's a perfect square. So here the third side is 13 centimeter. So you can use prime factorization for that. अब यहाँ पे 3 square plus 4 square is equal to x square. So x will be square root of 25 is 5. And this x 6 square plus 8 square is equal to x square. 36 plus 64 is 100. 100 is the square of 10, or the square root of x square will be 10 centimeter. Here find out the 15 square plus 8 square is equal to x square. Square them and find the square root and get x. Here also 24 square. Now they have again found out, you have to find out the hypotenuse. 24 square plus 7 square is equal to x square. 576 plus 49 is equal to 625, which is the square root of 25. Divide 625 by 5 and then again twice you get 5. From the pair take one number. So 5 into 5 will be equal to 25. That's how you find out the square root by prime factorization method. Now here we have to find out the value of x in this figure. So you have got two triangles here. So one is 37 and the other side is 12. Right? So this is the hypotenuse of this triangle. So 37 square will be equal to 37. Now what you are getting is 12 square plus half of x square is equal to 37 square. So you will get 27 square. Here it's not visible, but it's written here. So 37 square, bring 12 square to the right hand side, or here I have written in the left. So 37 square minus 12 square is equal to half x square. 1369 minus 144 is equal to half x square. So now you get, when you minus these two numbers, subtract them, so you will get 5, 2 and 2, 1225, right? Now find out the square root of 1225. You will get 7 into 5 is equal to 35. So half of the square is equal, then x will be, half of x will be 35. So total x will be 35 plus 35 is equal to 70. Now the last sixth part is, here you can see a triangle which is right angled. Here there are two triangles. This is 5 centimeter, this is 3 centimeter, and this length is x. So let's first find out this x. Alright. So here you can see this is the hypotenuse. So 3 square plus x square is equal to 12 square. So x square will be equal to, actually here first we have found out here, 3 square plus x square is equal to 5 square. X square is equal to 25 minus 9, that is equal to 16. So x will be equal to 4. Alright, this is 4. And now we have found this part, and now in the other part, this is length 3 and this is 12. So 3 square plus x square is equal to 12 square. So 9 plus x square is equal to 144. X square is equal to 144 minus 9, that is equal to 135. Find out the square root of 135. Or you can just write, if it's not a perfect square, you can just write it as root 135, and that will be your answer. Alright. Sometimes if you can't find a perfect square, so just write the number like this, root. So x will be root 135. We need not have found out this x. We had to only find out this x. Correct it. Now 6.5 exercise, the last exercise of this chapter. Now PQR is a right angle triangle at P. PQ is 10 centimeter, PR is 24 centimeter. Now square them and then add them and then find the square root. You will get this QR. ABC is a triangle right angled at C. If AB is 25 and AC is 7, find BC. So you can draw a triangle ABC and C pe, that means here you will draw C. A, B, C. AB is 25 and AC is 7. So 7 square plus BC square is equal to 25 square. Then BC square is equal to 25 square minus 7 square. And then add them and take the square root. You will get the answer. Now a 15 meter long ladder reached a window. ये सीढ़ी है, इसको यहाँ से ऐसे रखा हुआ है और ये आपकी ये विंडो तक यहाँ पहुँच रही है, जो कि यहाँ से 12 मीटर ऊंची है विंडो ज़मीन से. और and it is placed against a wall at a distance a. and means ये distance जो है वो सीढ़ी का जो उस पॉइंट से है वो a है, ये वॉल से उसका दूरी. फाइंड द डिस्टेंस ऑफ द फुट ऑफ द लैडर फ्रॉम द वॉल, यानी ये आपको पता करना है. अब ये राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल बन गया. 12 स्क्वायर प्लस a स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 15 का स्क्वायर. फाइंड आउट a, which can be the sides of a right triangle. अगर a स्क्वायर प्लस b स्क्वायर, आप तीनों को a b c मान लें, तीनों लेंथ्स को. अगर a स्क्वायर प्लस b, जो सबसे बड़ी वाली लेंथ होएगी वो हाइपोटेन्यूज होएगी. सो a स्क्वायर प्लस यहाँ पे 6.5 इज़ द लॉन्गेस्ट. सो a स्क्वायर प्लस you can say 2.5 स्क्वायर प्लस 6 स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 6.5 स्क्वायर. अगर तो ये है तो नहीं है ये एक राइट एंगल. अगर ये नहीं कंडीशन फुलफिल हो रही तो इट्स नॉट अ राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल. इसी तरह यहाँ पर भी दो साइड्स इक्वल हैं, तो 2 स्क्वायर प्लस 2 स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 5 स्क्वायर. तो यहाँ पे तुम यू कैन सी दैट इज नॉट हैपनिंग. सो इट नॉट पॉसिबल, इट्स नॉट अ राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल. थर्ड वाला 1.5 square plus 2 square should be equal to 2.5 square. So find out if this condition is being fulfilled. If it is, then it's a right angle triangle. Now a tree is broken at a height of 5 meters from the ground and it touches the ground at a distance of 12 meters from the base of the tree. Find the original height of the tree. अब ये देखिए, ये मान लीजिए पेड़ है, ये टूट के गिर गया, यहाँ से टूट गया, ठीक है. और कितनी दूरी पे टूटा है ग्राउंड से? 5 मीटर की दूरी पे. और जो उसका जो टॉप थी, ये टॉप उसकी वो ग्राउंड को टच कर रही है. जो बेस ऑफ द ट्री, जो इसका बेस था, उससे 12 मीटर पे. तो इसकी ओरिजिनल हाइट पूछी है. तो ओरिजिनल हाइट निकालने के लिए आप क्या करेंगे? पहले तो x को फाइंड कर लीजिए और उसमें 5 मीटर ऐड कर दीजिए तो आपको मिल जाएगी. अब पहले x फाइंड करते हैं. 12 स्क्वायर प्लस 5 स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू x स्क्वायर. तो x स्क्वायर जो है वो आपका आ जाएगा, हम निकाल के देखिएगा, 13 आ जाएगा. 13 प्लस 5 18 मीटर हो जाएगी ट्री की हाइट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 देखिए. angles Q and R of a triangle PQR are 25 and 65. Write which of the following is true. तो यानी थर्ड एंगल 90 डिग्री है ना, तो ये 90 हो गया यहाँ पे, तो आपको जो है ये हाइपोटेन्यूज हो जाएगी कौन सी, क्यू आर। ठीक है, तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, पी क्यू स्क्वायर आपने 180 डिग्री से माइनस कर दिया 65 + 25 को ना ट्राइंगल सम प्रॉपर्टी से, तो थर्ड एंगल 90 डिग्री आ गया। तो अब कौन सी कंडीशन फुलफिल होएगी, पी क्यू स्क्वायर प्लस आर पी स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू क्यू आर स्क्वायर। सेकेंड कंडीशन विल बी फुलफिल्ड। क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 देखिए, फाइंड द पेरीमीटर ऑफ द रेक्टेंगल whose length is 40 centimeter and a diagonal is 41 centimeter। ये रेक्टेंगल है, लेंथ उसकी 40 सेंटीमीटर है और एक डायगोनल 41 सेंटीमीटर है। अब आपको पता है ना रेक्टेंगल के चारों एंगल्स 90 डिग्री होते हैं, तो 40 का स्क्वायर प्लस एक्स का स्क्वायर इक्वल टू 41 का स्क्वायर, राइट। तो आपको जो है वो क्या मिलेगा, एक्स की वैल्यू निकाल लीजिए इस इक्वेशन से, 41 स्क्वायर माइनस 40 स्क्वायर करके एक्स की जो भी वैल्यू आएगी उसको 4 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दीजिए, क्योंकि पेरीमीटर इज़ द total of all the 4 sides, or you can take one side and multiply it with 4, so you will get the perimeter. Now question number 8, the diagonals of a rhombus measure 16 centimeter and 30 centimeter, find its perimeter। अब rhombus क्या होता है, जो चारों साइड्स बराबर होती हैं स्क्वायर की तरह, लेकिन स्क्वायर में हर एंगल 90 डिग्री होता है, rhombus में 90 डिग्री नहीं होता। तो ये एक रोम्बस है ABCD मान लीजिए, और डायगोनल्स कौन कौन से हैं इसके, AC एंड DB। अब आपको ये प्रॉपर्टी पता होनी चाहिए कि डायगोनल्स जो होते हैं रोम्बस के वो एक दूसरे को बाइसेक्ट करते हैं, यानी कि दो बराबर हिस्सों में बांट देते हैं, और उनके बीच का जो एंगल होता है वो 90 डिग्री होता है। दे बाइसेक्ट ईच अदर्स at right angles, the diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at right angles। दो बराबर हिस्सों में बांटते हैं और उनके बीच के एंगल 90 डिग्री होता है। तो अब आप एक रोम्बस बना लीजिए ABCD और एक दूसरे को उनके डायगोनल्स कट कर रहे हैं सपोज पॉइंट O पे। अब आप पहले लीजिए ये नीचे वाला ट्रायंगल AOB, तो AO विल बी इक्वल टू हाफ ऑफ AC, इस पूरे का आधा हो जाएगा ये लाइन जो है AO, और हाफ तो ये कितनी है 30 है, मान लीजिए 30, तो वो ये AO हो जाएगी 15 सेंटीमीटर। इसी तरह जो दूसरा डायगोनल है 16 का है, तो OB जो है वो हो जाएगी 8 सेंटीमीटर, आधी हो जाएगी उसकी। अब आप इस वाले ट्रायंगल में देखिए, ट्रायंगल AOB में AB का स्क्वायर विल बी इक्वल टू OA स्क्वायर प्लस OB स्क्वायर। तो OA आपने निकाल लिया है, कितना है 15 का स्क्वायर प्लस 8 का स्क्वायर, सो दैट इज इक्वल टू 15 का हो जाएगा 225 प्लस 64 239, 239 इज द स्क्वायर रूट 17 का है, ये 289 जो है दिस द स्क्वायर ऑफ 17, दैट मीन्स स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 289 इज 17। तो एक साइड आपको पता चल गई इस वाले रोम्बस की, ये AB ये साइड पता चल गई। अब ये चारों साइड बराबर हैं, तो 4 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दीजिए 17 को, यू विल गेट द पेरीमीटर। नाउ थिंक, डिस्कस एंड राइट। क्वेश्चन नंबर ये है आपका 6.5, आपकी एक्सरसाइज हो गई है, इसको आप करेंगे अपनी कॉपी में। इसको आपको ये विच इज द लॉन्गेस्ट साइड इन द ट्रायंगल PQR राइट एंगल्ड एट P, ये आप अपने आप कर सकते हैं। ये P पे राइट एंगल है, P Q R, Q R is the longest side. Which is the longest side of the triangle ABC right angled at B? ये B पे राइट एंगल्ड है, तो ये ABC कर लीजिए, तो AC will be the longest side. Which is the longest side of a right triangle? राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल, सपोज वो यहाँ पे है, तो जो ऑपोजिट साइड होगी इस ट्रायंगल, इस राइट एंगल के ऑपोजिट साइड विल बी द लॉन्गेस्ट. Diagonal of a rectangle produced by itself the same area is produced by its length and breadth. This is Buddhayan theorem. Compare it with the Pythagoras theorem. So this is the same. देखिए आपके पास एक रेक्टेंगल है, diagonal produced by itself same area is produced by its length and breadth. ये लेंथ है, ये ब्रेड्थ है, तो एरिया हो गया A इंटू बी, और डायगोनल जो है वो कितना एरिया प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है, A इंटू बी, दो ट्रायंगल्स प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है. तो A इंटू बी तो एक हो गया, सपोज ये A साइड है और ये इसकी B साइड है, तो जो रेक्टेंगल का एरिया तो ये हो गया A इंटू बी, और इसका हो जाएगा डायगोनल क्या करेगा, हाफ A इंटू बी, हाफ ऑफ A इंटू बी प्लस हाफ A इंटू बी. So that is equal to A into B, and if you square A, and Pythagoras theorem states that A square plus B square is equal to AC square. So that's how you can compare these two, Bodhayan theorem and Pythagoras property. We will discuss it more. So this comes to the end of your this chapter, and in between if there has been a confusion, please check it out again.